If you wait for the boat and the weather to be perfect, you may never leave the shore. Hey, hi, I'm Angel. Thanks for stopping by. That's a meme I made this morning while I was working on my book, 47 Truths. Thinking a lot about truth for most of my life, but in particular this year as I'm working on this book. I'm 47 years old and I'm trying to finish it this year, and it's kind of coming down to the wire. Pardon me, I realized that I had splooge on my new glasses. Anyway, was listening to a interview on impact theory this morning, and the guy took this great boat journey with his wife and daughter, and when they left, the toilet wasn't working, and they had some, as you would expect, sailing around the world, had some things go wrong, and at the end, though, had this great adventure. And he was reiterating a point which I hear iterated over and over again, reiterated over and over, which is, don't let perfection hold you back. If you're waiting for everything to be perfect, you're going to wait and wait and wait and wait, because things are rarely perfect, and depending on your definition of perfection. But I think we tend to use that idea of waiting for things, waiting for the right time, waiting for things to be just right to do things. And I mean, I'm not saying there's not validity to that, to doing things in the right time. Can't do everything all the time is one of the phrases I end up reminding myself of when I'm trying to do too much. So I think, especially for somebody like me, it's important to make sure you're not jumping the gun and take your time, but also it's important to make sure you're not just waiting for perfection, thinking that, it's not the right time, and instead, for big goals, or even little goals, little things, just do it now. Big things, set a date, and then work backwards and figure out what little steps you need to take all along the way, to get to reaching that goal by that date. I had set 2018 as my goal date to have my site secured for my first Unity Dragon community center, and I don't have it yet, and it's October, middle of October, and I'm realizing that my mindset was already sort of getting around maybe it wouldn't happen by that deadline, because I've missed a lot of my own deadlines this last year, and for lots of different reasons. But what I realized again just today, and what I would share with you, is that beating myself up over meeting a deadline and allowing that to just change my mindset to think that I'm going to miss other deadlines is not going to get me toward my goals. The better way of dealing with that is to learn from, just like any mistake. Think, all right, what did I do wrong that caused me to not meet that deadline? Maybe I didn't set the deadline correctly. Maybe I have some self-sabotage going on that I need to overcome. Maybe I, just needed to reschedule things, and that's okay. There's a lot of different ways to tell the story to myself. And instead of just thinking, oh, I'm no good at meeting my own deadlines, which is what I caught myself thinking, or I tend to miss my own deadlines a lot, instead thinking about how I can get better at setting and meeting my own deadlines, and then go ahead and set one and do my best to meet it. That's the best we can do, and then keep learning. If I don't succeed, try again. I am to my work site. I don't know if any of that was helpful. I would love to know what you think of it. Do you tend to put things off, waiting for them to be better, thinking that things are going to get more perfect, and then not get them done? So, like, for example, this family that sailed around the world, the guy was saying that he has several friends that had the same goal of sailing around the world. And it's been already years since he got back from his 2-year journey, or however long it took. And none of them have even left yet, because they're still waiting for the boat to be perfect, the time to be perfect, the finances, the job, everything. And you could argue that his was perfect, he really, but my point is that he set that deadline, that goal, and then he did the work, him and his wife, did a lot of work to change his company, to change their lifestyle, to get the boat, to get the plan, to learn how to treat each other medically, you know, in medical emergencies, did all the things that they needed to do to make the best, to take the best shot at it. And then they took the leap, even though the toilet wasn't working at the time. They trusted that they could get it fixed or fix it along the way. So they went ahead and just took off at the deadline. And I'm struggling with that a little myself as far as, pardon me, how to get my ship ready enough, metaphorically speaking, to take this big leap. I'm excited about it. I'm looking for a commercial property to build this structure on. I'm keeping my mind open to other possibilities. I've looked at some existing buildings. I still don't think I'm going that way, but that is one way that it could end up going. Maybe I end up buying or leasing a commercial building and then building something after I get that modified enough to, you know, to be functional as a business. We'll see. I'm still kicking around ideas. I'm talking about it because I'm really trying to crystallize my vision and get it more focused. So let me know if that sparks any thoughts, opinions, questions for you. I'd love to know them. Put that in the comments below. As always, there are lots of ways you can connect to me on the other social media platforms and ways you can support me. And all those links are also in the description below. Not sure I said those right, but anyway, you know what I mean. Till next time, I wish you peace, prosperity, possibilities, potential, love, lightheartedness, and don't forget to play every day.